Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. As you guys know, I've been uploading on TikTok lately, started out with my workout regimen and then, I moved on to my series, like day one of building the Miguel O'Hara physique. Anyways, this is an introduction video to my channel and what you can expect to see on here moving forward. I have a couple of my notes because I get distracted or, sometimes I just want to talk, but I want this video to have somewhat of structure, so bear with me. But the big question is why? So a lot of stuff has kind of like inspired me or helped me kind of become the best version of myself there is. I was down kind of a bad path and I was just kind of gaming every day, 8 to 12 hours, even with school. All I do was eat. I didn't really do any physical activity, didn't really go out, do much. But initially, I started to work out. It was my high school gym class. And at first, I was more ego lifting and like, hey, I'm a big kid. But along with that, I was a big kid. I had always I have a love for food. It's just now I'm kind of learning how to manage it and still enjoy good food, but also help my training. But around the time that I decided I wanted to start going to the gym and being more fit was kind of my sophomore year of high school. Um, I was around 290, almost 300 pounds. And, I started to not feel good anymore. Like, I felt like I didn't really have a purpose. The only things I was pursuing other than video games was just eating food or just watching content. So eventually started working out in that high school lifting class, and I started to fall in love with the gym community. I initially started up at this gym, and it was called West O Fitness. I met a lot of great people there, and I started watching YouTube videos on form, on eating better, and I just take a lot of inspiration, and I felt like on the journey of losing weight and becoming stronger, I wasn't so alone. And that's something I would love to give back as well. I want people like you and me who are just trying to be the best version of themselves feel like they're not alone. Um, if you're ever struggling, like I struggle too, and that's something I want to put out there. I don't want it to be this vision of, oh, I'm a gym content creator and there's like nothing that affects me. I want you guys to know I still struggle. It's not just going to be easy to do. There's days I don't want to train, but I go anyways. But essentially, after I started working out at the high school gym for a while and got my own gym membership, I started training a lot more. I started to watch what I ate. I wasn't necessarily tracking my calories or anything, but I did make sure to eat like more protein starting out. I'd still eat a lot of food, but I think with eating all that food how I did initially, I gained a lot of muscle while losing fat, and it definitely helped me get stronger, which was my first initial goal when I started getting fit. So I started to learn a bit more about nutrition, some macros, micronutrients, everything, but that kind of led me to get obsessive with my meals and my tracking. So, some days if my friends were going out to eat, I'd still bring my meal. I stuck straight to it, and there was no wiggle room that I gave myself whatsoever. I definitely feel like I sacrificed a lot of social opportunities to stick with my program, but I did reap the rewards, and at my lowest part in my journey so far, I've gotten down to 202 pounds, initially starting at 290. Some of the creators who have definitely had inspired me and just people I've met and interacted with who have definitely helped me was my friend's dad. He was in kind of the bodybuilding community when he was younger, and he invited me to take him to the gym with me, and he would give me pointers and like tell me all the things that he learned when he was in the industry. So what I learned from that was he was very critical of my form, but form is very important. So I adjusted my form. I lowered the weights that I was lifting so I could focus that form. He inspired me because he's just an all-around well guy, bro, very well. Like, he is one of the kindest, he's one of the most wise people I know, and being able to talk to him about something that meant a lot to me, like bodybuilding and lifting, it definitely helped me through my time of struggle that I was in. It definitely inspired me to do better, to push myself more. And I definitely would say he is one of the most influential people that has helped me on this journey. I'd say after that is my friend Freddie. Freddie Marquez. I'll actually plug his Instagram and YouTube here, but he inspired me as well. You know, having people who are supportive in the gym is always a bonus to going to a gym compared to a home gym. But I remember back at Westo, I talked to him just because, you know, I was admiring how much weight he was moving. I was like, how can I do this like you? So we talked. He gave me a few programs to try out. He looked at my form as well. And he's just a kind soul. You know, he always made me feel welcome. He always made me feel like I could do more. He pushed me to be a better person and take my workouts seriously as well. Some of the creators who have inspired me, I'd say Sam Sulik. I just love his physique. He's always working hard. He's a very honest man as well. Okay. So after, you know, I got my inspiration from friends, people I would call family, and then content creators that I follow, my mindset shifted. Instead of getting more focus on getting stronger and bigger, I wanted to start pursuing more aesthetics. I tracked my calories, I weighed everything to the gram, which got overwhelming after a long time. And I came up to college, new environment, new state, new nobody. So a lot of stuff was stressful. I was getting my classes done, I was trying to meet new people. So I gave myself a little bit of a break. I still ate pretty well. I didn't meal prep as often as I used to, but I still was in the gym consistently. But as the times changed and I got more stressed with my classwork and everything else, I started to not take care of myself a whole lot. My meals started becoming inconsistent. I was stressed with my schoolwork. I wasn't making it in every week, even if it was just one time. I was stressed and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. I started to spiral within that. I started to eat like my old habits, just eat, kind of stay at home, play some games. And while I did those things and, you know, I prioritized hanging out with my friends more, I don't regret making those decisions. I needed comfort when I was changing, and I'm very thankful for those people who have been around me. I was lost. You know, depression and anxiety was getting worse, and I was in a real rut. But what changed? I finally came out of it. I kind of realized the path that I was going down again, and I decided that I was making decisions that I wasn't content with. But I also just blamed school, everything else. I blamed this alternate persona of myself for making all the decisions that I did, becoming lazy, losing my discipline. So I made a change. I started eating well again. I'm eating my meal prep consistently. I'm going to the gym consistently. I'm actually doing something that I love doing, which is producing content, editing, learning more cinematography. I was stuck also within a degree that I did not enjoy. Initially, I thought I would. I was on a physical therapy route, but the classes were getting tough. I understand I could have studied more, I could have done this, but I was never excited to go to class and learn. However, I did figure out I do like psychology a lot more, and that's something else I want to bring to this channel. I want to bring into light that, being a mental health advocate, I want to talk about my own anecdotal experiences, and that goes back to letting people know that they're not alone. I want them to feel heard. I want to talk about how I processed things. I want to talk about how I went about things that helped me through my struggles. And I want you guys to be able to see that and understand that you guys can also do it as well. But along with this content creation, I'm still pursuing a psychology degree. I would like to use that in the future as a behavioral specialist, or I would love to do counseling as well. But on the other side, the content creation, I would love to do this in a way to where I can make it my career. So we're going to kind of outline what my goals are. What do I hope to accomplish? I want to accomplish becoming a great content creator, and I know that I will. I want to spread my word, my experiences, what I do. I want to help out as many people as I can through this. I want to give back to the community. I want to host events in the future, meet and greets, or, group workouts. Working out with some fans would be amazing. I'm excited to increase my content creation, my editing skills, and my cinematography. I think maybe in the future you guys could see some short films put out by me as well. I want to start recording me cooking my meal prep so then you guys get some ideas of meals that you guys can have that'll also benefit you. I want to encourage mental health awareness because it's important. Everyone's going through something and sometimes you don't know how to deal with it. So I want to be someone who can help you guys figure out how to calm down, how to get through your tough ruts, etc. And it's a goal for myself, is to never forget where I came from. It's never forgetting how I started and where I'm at in my journey with fitness, content creation, and bodybuilding. I started out as a bigger kid. I'm still working to lose weight, gaining muscle, looking good, but sometimes it's very easy to forget the progress that you've made. So one of my goals is to always keep track of that and make sure that I give myself grace. Yes, some days I'm going to slack off. Some days they're not going to be perfect the way I want. But having the ability to look at the progress I've made and still acknowledge that it's progress is something I need to work on, and it's very important. My ultimate goal is to be the best version of myself and to help others do the same. I want to be a voice that is heard. I want to be someone that people look up to. I want to give back to my gym community. But overall, that is the vision of this YouTube channel. We're going to be uploading my workouts on here as well. Probably switching to just a couple clips on TikTok. But I'm excited. I'm excited to start this journey, and I'm glad to have an audience to join me as well. So, enjoy the content that I'm going to put out. We're going to be doing cooking, gym vlogs, Maybe I'll do a little bit of like lifestyle vlogging to like join me on my day of class, like my morning routine, etc. I just want this to be something people can enjoy watching. I want people to feel inspired. And it's something I enjoy, so I want to keep doing it. But again, thank you for joining me today. And as always, more content coming soon. See you later.